Hey everyone, it's Yvette, owner of SewYves and SewYves. I create handmade luxury bags and custom looks. Today we're going to be working on whips. So thank you for joining and have a seat. Let's hang out. So I decided I'm going to work on some whips. These will be added to my Etsy shop when I drop on May 1st. If you're here for the first time, please like the live and subscribe. Hi, B. Chantel. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm on my laptop today. How does it look? Let me see. Let me log in. I'm using my laptop today. I wanted to see what type of an experience I was going to get doing that because I generally like go live on either my tablet or my cell phone. My cell phone. It's good. Yeah, I'm tired too. I had a day today, but because I didn't do because I didn't go live yesterday, I was like, you know what? I have to go live today. So I'm here. I'm here. I'm definitely making progress on my Etsy stuff. I started gathering, my photos. Um, I still have a ways to go because I have to do. I'm gonna try to load a list, 5 listings. I'm gonna try to start off with 5, between 3 and 5. So I'm gathering all of the photos and, just checking them out and seeing, how I feel about it. I'm gonna start loading Etsy, probably starting Monday, either Sunday or Monday, depending on how my Sunday goes. If I could get like my Sunday chores done, um, if I could get my Sunday chores done in a timely fashion, then I will start Sunday evening loading stuff to the Etsy site, but I don't want to start pushing it until May 1st because I want to see like how it's going to do between May 1st all the way through my birthday. So I'm hoping that I get at least one sale in 30 days. So we'll see. I'm going to give myself small goals, small stages, and I'm going to work with it. The information that Terrence shared on his live the other day was super helpful because at least I know, right, that, I could be popping with sales 1 month and then the next month it could be dry as hell. But not for nothing. It's the same way, it's the same way doing it in person, the way that I was getting my sales. Just because I sew it up and I take it with me to New York on Saturdays doesn't mean that it's gonna necessarily sell. Like the bucket hat that I made the other day, I didn't see my peoples who ordered the hat. So I'm still sitting on this hat. So if that hat is not sold, if he doesn't pick up that hat by the time this shop is open, I'm adding that hat to the shop. I'm not wasting time. So, yeah, because he was pressuring me to create the hat. I made the bucket hat. It's all red. The good thing is that he didn't ask me to put like no um he did not ask me to do like no embroidery or anything like that. So yes, I know. No, it was helpful. It was helpful that Terrence showed me that because I was gonna go all in, right? I don't that's why I say like I want to hear from people who are actually doing it, who have actually been there because you could read about it online, you can look at videos and blah blah blah. I want to talk to the people who are actually going through the experience because those are the people who I'm going to learn from. Those are the people who have actually been there already and who can guide me to, you know, to be there or where they are, right? Like it's just a matter of growth. So when he showed that, I was like, okay, because at least now if I go in and if I pop on sales 1 month and then the next month it doesn't pop, at least I know it's not something that I personally did, with my product. It's just how it is. But the good thing for me is that I don't have online traction, so any online traction is a plus for me because it's a plus for me. It's all new to me. I am a person who can just create it, take it with me, and if you see it and you like it, you give me money and I give you your product and that's it. You know, it is what it is. But that's why I say like doing it online is just such a different beast. It's a different type of a monster and I'm not accustomed to it. So that's why I was like, let me just ask, and see what you guys experience was because I need to learn off of you guys. So I appreciate that, you all were I appreciate that you guys were not being gatekeepers. That you guys were not being gatekeepers, like you were open and honest and just sharing that information, the financial information, like that's personal. So I appreciate you guys for sharing that. Yeah, because it could do damage control to someone's self-esteem, you know. Yes, thank you. It could be damage control to someone's self-esteem if they don't know any better you know, and don't have the outlet. Like, thankfully, I have you guys that I can ask questions and stuff like that, but some people don't have that. Some people just don't have that. They don't have that. So, you know, as much as I'm able to learn, I want to do it. Like, what I got to lose? I don't have at the same time. It's exciting to see, things just moving in a positive direction. So, hi, Renee. Yes. Nah, I appreciate that you guys, share, because I'm a person like I'll just create it, I'll take it with me. You buy it, you don't, you don't. But I want it to be something more now. Like, and I figure, this platform was like the best way for me to go to do that because I don't have really like no, I don't have no traction online really outside of like my family and my friends. But like to get like online sales and stuff is all new to me. So I'm gonna give it a shot though. Why not? I'm gonna see what happens. And if and if I don't make $1 out of 15 cent one month, I'm gonna hang in there. And if I don't make it the next month, I'm gonna hang. Like I'm gonna give it a little trial, but you know, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna give up the opportunity because right now I'm not getting anything online. So something is better than nothing, in my opinion. In my opinion, something is better than nothing. And right now, I need something. I need something, y'all. I need to make this work. I need a couple of dollars. So I want to finish grad school. I want to see my brands take off. Like I want to see more people wearing my brands like in the street. TikTok ruined everything. I feel like TikTok killed the vibe. It killed the vibe. It definitely did. Because we was having, not only were you guys able to probably meet your quota and then some, but we were all having a good time. Like everybody was on for a different reason. It's unfortunate that things had to change though. And not for nothing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying that we needed that type of hey y'all, thank you for joining. I'm gonna tell you, not for nothing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining, Jess. Um, but not for nothing. Some of us needed that because businesses go through changes all the time and sometimes at the spur of the moment. Sometimes at the spur of the moment. I've learned that just working in corporate America. Like, you could be working today and tomorrow you could be fired. The whole department could be shut down. Just can go down, right? So I've learned that, as business owners, we should have some type of contingency plan for the what ifs. Like we should always have a contingency plan ready for the what ifs because TikTok did a number on people, on businesses. I'm working on straps for this is for my water bottle bag. So I have a pile right here on the floor of my whips. So I have a water bag, I have a shamir bag where I need to adjust the drawstring. I have a blue snakeskin duffel bag that I need to take apart and either fix the piping or remove the piping, tighten up the straps on that duffel bag, and close it back up. So I have a couple of things. Hi, Carm. So I have a couple of things that I can work on, but yeah. I think we as business owners, we definitely have to have like some type of a contingency plan for the what ifs because TikTok really did a number on people, on businesses. Really did a number on businesses. So right now I'm working on the straps for the water bottle bag. Since that is the only part of the bag that is missing, we're gonna just do the straps. I'm just extending it a bit. And then we're going to add this to the Etsy pile because it'll be Etsy ready. Yeah. So I'm hoping that, this journey would be pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. It has my attention. It has my attention until it doesn't have my attention anymore. It has my attention. Okay. So I'm basically extending the strap. And I sold it wrong. Hello. But you know what? We're going to go this way. Let's see. I did sew it wrong. Oh, but I can flip it. Right here. Like that. Yep. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. All right. Let me. That didn't work. I'm screwing up already, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me cut this. I'm screwing up already. I'm screwing up already. Hold on. Let's try this again. And I'm only cutting those pieces off because with this fabric, you can tell the holes. I was supposed to do it right sides together. I did it wrong sides together because I was running my mouth, not paying attention. Not paying attention, but I'm paying attention now. So that's what counts. So I didn't get too far. Hold on a second. Let me tell y'all. He be knowing. He be knowing I be on the live and be sending me messages like, so why you ain't answering your phone? Hello? I'm on a live. Always in my business. Okay. Yeah, anyway. So I'm super excited. So this bag is going to be a part of, I don't know if I said it already or not, but this water bottle bag, it's going to be a part of the Etsy drop. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the water bottle bag. And this might be a sun tumbler, but just to give you an idea, right? It can fit bigger bottles like this one, for example. I'm doing 5 different products, 5 different types of bags and hats mixed. So probably like 3 of I'm going to I think I have to start off. I want to start off with 5. So I have this water bottle bag that I'm going to put on there, and it has enough space to add like a little wallet or just something small on the side. It has a pocket, a slip pocket, and then it has this zipper. Then it has the zipper pocket, and the pocket is pink on the inside. The zipper is rainbow, Uh, lining is pink. So, and then this is the straps for this. I'm going to make it like a shoulder strap. I don't know if I'm going to do it crossbody-ish. I haven't decided, but this is the fabric that I have left over. So I think I have enough room to do crossbody, but we're going to start off with these two straps first. So we have this, and then I was working on this one the other day. So all I need to do is extend the drawstring for this shamir bag. And I have the the hand strap is already completed. All I need to do is just attach it. So this is going to go on the Etsy site. And we're going to start off with that for now. I have a whole other tote in there that has completed bags, but these are the last of my WIPs. So I have those two. Well, the water bottle bag, I have the shamir bag. I have a blue duffel bag that I need to reinforce the straps. I need to reinforce the straps, and I need to decide what I'm going to do with the piping, if I'm going to keep the piping on or if I'm going to remove it. I think I'm going to remove the piping. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out once I open the duffel bag back up. But it's like a blue black. Let me show you. It's like a blue black uh snake skin. It's like this blue black snake skin. So that's what I have. I was talking to Shamir today, along the chats and stuff like that. And I seen that this morning she had posted in her stories, Minerva. I mean, sorry, not Minerva. Vicky Sews has 3 free patterns that we thought was like super cute and we want to try. So when I finish the live today, I'm going to go over to the website and start downloading the patterns. So the items I'm going to have on my website so far, I have a smoke gray shamir bag at 120%. So I have that. I have a blue shamir bag at 120%. That's going to the Etsy website. I have the Chandler fanny pack. It's red. I have one in red. I have one in smoke gray croc that I'm going to add to the website. What else? I have a tan shamir bag at 100% that I'm going to add to the site. And I have a denim, I think it's an envelope clutch, an envelope wristlet, but it's in denim. I think I'm going to add that to the Etsy site. And then if this guy doesn't get this red bucket hat that I sold a few weeks ago, if he doesn't pick that up by the time the site goes live, I'm adding that red bucket hat will be added to the Etsy site. And like I was saying earlier, the good thing is that he didn't ask for any embroidery or anything like that. So that hat can go to male or female. It's just a plain red bucket hat. So that's going to be added to the site if he doesn't pick this hat up. I've had it already. I made it 2 weekends ago. So He was supposed to get it this weekend that just passed, and now we're rolling up on another weekend. So if he doesn't pick it up sometime or contact me about this hat, he's not going to get it. It's going to go online. So those are the few. I think I have a Lola bag in there, but that Lola bag, I probably will sell it as like a demo bag because I was testing the fabric, a particular fabric with that bag, and I wasn't too fond of the stiffness in the straps. Like the straps was like really stiff. Like it needs some oil. It needs some oil. It looks like the Tin Man. But yeah. Yeah, Vicky Souls got three dresses. Me and Shamir was talking about it earlier today. They have one of the dresses. It's very um it's wear to workable. One of the dresses you can wear it to work. The other one, and they're both of the dresses that we were looking at. They were knits. They look like they were knit patterns. They look like they was knit patterns. So I'm gonna download that. I need to head over to Renee's website because I want to get the pattern for the ISIS tote. So I really want that pattern. So I want to get that today or tomorrow. Probably today. I'm gonna get it after the live. What else? But yeah, my Etsy site will be up and running. I'm pushing for May 1st. I'm pushing for May 1st. I'm pushing for May 1st for a drop. Your promo code to which site? Beach Intel. Britt, to which site? To Vicky Souls. Now I have it going in the right direction. Hello. All right. Let me top stitch it real quick. And then we're going to move on to creating the strap. Just top stitching. Perfect. When she said May 1st is the date everyone is starting something new. I'm starting May 1st because the 30th is my birthday. So I wanted to have like a May month of measuring analytics and what's working and what's not working all the way up until my first sale. I'm hoping to get my first sale. I'm hoping to get my first sale. I'm hoping to get a sale by my birthday. If I could get a sale by my birthday, I'll be so gassed up, y'all. I'll be so gassed up. I'll be like, oh snap, we're in the money. We're in the money. Yeah, May 1st. My birthday is May 30th. So I want to be able to use the whole month of May to measure, how I'm doing. Because if I don't do it May 1st, I'm going to keep pushing it off and I'm going to keep procrastinating. And not for nothing, like I was supposed to have my Minerva My Minerva drops up. I have all this stuff that I created for Minerva, and I haven't dropped anything yet because the temperature is not forgiving to us up here up north. Like, it was like 80 degrees. It was like 80 degrees for 1 week during the week. It wasn't even a weekend. You said I'll definitely do that, Renee. I hope so. From your mouth to his ears. It was like 80 degrees for like a whole week. I don't go outside during the week, unless I have to like go to work or, something like that. But I don't go to New York during the week. It was hot. By the time the weekend came, it was cold again. Like cold, like you needed a coat. Like you needed a coat. It was snowing at one point. It was even snowing at one point. So I'm sitting on all this SewYves out, all these SewYves outfits, all these t-shirt dresses. I did a ton of dresses because I like dresses. I like dresses and skirts when it's warm out. And I can't wear them because the temperature outside is not forgiving. And I have other things that I can wear, but I already took photos in that stuff. We don't like taking photos too many times in the same outfit. I know I could change the outfits up, but I haven't made anything to be able to flip the outfits. Like most of the stuff that I've been making were like one piece dresses. I got a couple of leggings in there that I can wear, but I don't know. I promise you, I'm gonna get my Minerva stuff out. I'm gonna get it out. I'm just waiting for the temperature to be forgiven. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Hi, Terrence. Yes. So we're gonna figure it out one step at a time. One step at a time, y'all. So yes, I think this is gonna be long enough. Right? Let me see. And then this is the bottle. So it's gonna be long enough. So I just needed two straps basically. And not even I could cut it down a little bit, but we'll figure that out. Or maybe we'll leave it like that because some people in the world like long straps. Some people like long straps. So we might just leave it like that and just take the measurement of the strap, like how long it is, and then put it in the description when I load it. I can put in the description like, hey, by the way, the strap is this long and it's not adjustable because I don't think I'm going to make this adjustable. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. If I'm going to do it adjustable, I got to do it now before I put the ends on it. But yeah, maybe I'm going to do it adjustable. Screw it. It's an extra piece of hardware. Let me stop being cheap. Let me stop being cheap and add the hardware. Yeah, I'm gonna make it adjustable. Let me stop being cheap, Renee. Being cheap right now. Shoot. What's time? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let me stop being cheap and make it adjustable. I do need to place orders with Wawak. I need to replenish my stock. I need to replenish some hardware. I need some 1 inch hardware. And I need to contact my supplier in China because I would like to experiment a bit with gold hardware, and I don't have that much gold hardware. But I want to experiment a bit with gold hardware. I would like to I would like to find like some really nice brocade fabric and make some bags out of it and put it on Etsy, like some brocade. But I want the brocade fabric to have like golden hues, the fabric and the hardware. I want the hardware to be gold. So I'm thinking that probably with I'm gonna say my first my first three Etsy orders. My Once I get my third Etsy order, I am going to place an order for some gold hardware. And then I want to order some brocade fabric. I think that's how you say it, right? Brocade, brocade, brocade fabric, or some jacquard. As y'all can tell, I'm heavy into my Game of Thrones theme. So I like that show so much that it's come to the point now where I watch it and I'm watching everything that they're wearing, like the kings and the queens. What are they wearing? And the fabric that their outfits were made out of, amazing. Amazing. But anyway, I want to do that. So I'm going to play around with that idea probably later on in the summer, just before fall, maybe like August. I'll play around with the idea. I wrote it down in my book so that I don't forget. That's where I get my hardware from. I get my hardware from Alibaba. My supplier is in China, and I'm super satisfied with the product that I get. The products that I get. I get my bag tags from them. I get some hardware I buy from them, but I kind of like when I buy from them, I try not to buy when I'm down to my last because it takes a while to get your order from them. And for some reason, it seems like every time I place an order with them, I'm placing it around the Chinese New Year. So it takes me like, at one point, it took me like 2 months to get something from them because they were going through the whole thing with the tariffs. And then on top of that, it was the Chinese New Year. So, yeah, yeah. But I'm satisfied with the product that I get from them. So, but I definitely want to play with some brocade and jacquard fabric for some bags. I think that, the brocade would definitely elevate bags, make it look real luxe. And I like brocade that has like gold embellishments in it. Oh my goodness, brocade is so nice. I've never sewed with it, so I'm hoping that it's an easy sew. Have anybody in the chat, have you guys ever sewed with brocade fabric? Is it an easy sew? Because it's woven, right? It's a woven. All right. This is what we're doing now. I wonder if it's an easy sew. I still think it will look nice though. I still think it will definitely look nice. That's my goal. That's my goal is to sew with some bouquet. You know something? I realized that this strap really did not need to be that big because it's just a water bottle. So I have some where's my hardware kit? Oh, down there. Hello. Okay. We'll change it later. We'll change it later, y'all. Is anybody else on tonight? Are you guys crafting? Or am I the only one? Making up for yesterday? Am I the only one making up for yesterday? I was gonna go live yesterday, but I had like this headache that I was not able to get rid of. I was not able to get rid of the headache, and I was like, yeah, I can miss a day. A day is not gonna hurt. But I feel like it threw my week off. Like I've gotten to the point to where I'm, doing my lives consistent. And yesterday, because I did not do the live, I felt like something was missing. I'm like, what the heck is missing? Why was I not able to get rid of the headache? But we're here today. So I have been doing my research. Like I wanted to see what the full steps are from customer end to seller end on Etsy. I think that the whole process is so interesting. I like that Etsy provides you the shipping labels and stuff like that. I like that they provide that. So that'll help, make things a little bit less stressful, right? Um, all right, y'all, hold on. I like the way, not for nothing, but I like the way it looks when you connect a strip to another one to extend it. Like I don't mind the whole diagonal strip. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cute. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this piece right here where I connected the straps to extend it. Yeah. So I was playing around with my camera today. I was like, oh, I could zoom in and out. Hey, y'all. I was like, hey, y'all. What y'all doing? I posted my stories. My friends was like, why are you zooming in and out like that? I said, listen, I'm trying to grab the attention of the people. And I said, y'all know when I be tired, I start acting up. So I was like, I found the zoom in on. I did that clip on in Snapchat. I haven't been in Snapchat in years. But I went in there today and I was like, oh, Snapchat got new features. Hi, Sabs. Hey, Z. How are you guys? And I just started playing around with it. And I was like, oh, let me do a quick little snippet. Because they always saying we need to have content. Let me do a little snippet of me fooling around with this zoom in and zoom out feature. I posted it right in stories. My family at first was laughing at me. That I started getting text messages like, what are you doing over there? I was like, hush, hush, hush. We posting over here. Y'all need to post over there, whatever y'all got going on. And leave me alone. I'm trying to step out the box. And here y'all go laughing at me. Yes. What y'all doing out there, D Sabs? Y'all just getting in? Y'all done for the day? I know I'm happy it's Thursday. I would have been happy if it would have been Friday, but don't worry. Tomorrow I'm going to wing it. I'm going to duck my manager. I'm going to duck her. She going to be like, you available? No. I'm going to be like, no. Sure. She was like, I got to meet with you to give you your review. I was like, do you really need to give me my review? Like, I don't care about it. I know what I'm getting. She's like, but I still want to tell you the good news. I was like, what good news? You giving me a couple of dollars? That's the only good news I want to hear. Anything outside of that, I don't really care for. I just want to know if you're giving me a couple of dollars or not. That's all I want to know. We don't need to drag out a whole meeting just so you can say you did a good job this year. Look, May 1st. Yes, May is the month. May is the month. Yes, get it, D. I can't wait. I want to do that top. I would like to do that top. It's a knit top. I love sewing knits. So I love sewing knits. Yes. I was like, you ain't talking to me about no money chopper. I don't want to talk. I do not want to hear you say, oh, good job. I don't want to hear that. I'm just doing what I got to do to keep my bread rolling in. Keep my bread rolling in. All right. I promise you it's version. I promise it's a version drink. So I'm like, I promise it's a version drink. I ain't sipping necessarily. Oh. See, I told y'all I need to go shopping because this is not going to fit. So there's that. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next. moving on to the next because I need this size hardware. So we're gonna put this to the side. And what I'll do is I'll place an order with Amazon for a quick shipment. For a quick shipment because not for nothing, I've been getting some good hardware from Amazon as well. So for a quick shipment, I'm gonna go to Amazon and see if I could get something delivered within the next 2 days, and we can finish this off and put it in the Etsy pile. But at least we know this is the last piece of this puzzle, so we're gonna put this to the side. So let's wind this up. We're gonna put this bag right back to the side and move on to the next piece. You know what? I'm gonna jump to the duffel bag. I don't feel like working on the shamir bag right now, so I'm gonna jump to the duffel bag. We're going to set this back into that goes there, that goes there. And let's get with this duffel bag. So this is the strap. The strap was it was a 1.5-inch strap, and I used matte black hardware on this one. So this bag, the piping needs to be fixed. It either needs to be fixed or it needs to be removed. So we need to decide what we're going to do with the piping. So I'm going to open this bag up and let's see what we got. Because this bag wasn't even finished and somebody was trying to run around with the bag. I'm like, no, give me this bag. It's not your bag. It's not even finished. It's not even closed. Like, give me the duffel bag. People see a duffel bag and just be wanting it. Not much. I'm good. I just been working and trying to get my setup ready for the Etsy drop in May 1st. So one of the things that I was struggling with, and I was talking to Terrence about it the other day. One of the things I was struggling with the whole Etsy idea is the photos. So I have the site is already set up, right? The Etsy site is already set up. My website is already set up. I just need to upload photos, and the lighting in my unit, in my condo unit, is dull. Like I live in the back of the condo, so unless it's sunny on this side, we don't get that much sun. I'm not gonna say it's gloomy, but the sun just don't come on this side like that. So I was struggling with lighting. So I do have my ring lights, and I have like my lights set up around the house, but and I just ripped that, but it's okay because I could cut it off. Um, so I have my lighting like around the house, but the photos that I was taking because of the lighting, it just wasn't giving me that luxe vibe. You know, it wasn't giving me that vibe, and I was just being super hard on myself. And the other day, I got so frustrated that I woke up at like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I started playing around, with the photos and stuff, and I just was not able to get it right. So as soon as Walmart opened up, I went right to Walmart in my PJs. In my PJs, I went to Walmart and I would like because I had two cardboards in my house from a different project and those boards wasn't working. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use the foam boards. I'm gonna go and get some foam boards. I thought the foam boards were gonna be expensive, but they weren't. They were like maybe $7 each, 7, 8 bucks at Walmart. So I bought two of them, and in the morning, my apartment, the sun, it gleams through the window, through my hallway window. So I got up. When was it? Yesterday or the day before yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I got up at like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning again, because this is like my normal now. I got up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, you know what? Since I'm up this early, let me fool around with the camera. So I pulled the camera out and I just started like playing around, with the lighting and stuff. And finally, I was able to get a photo that I was satisfied with. And that was the photo that I posted in my Couture Eve page. I think it was yesterday. It's the red it's the red fanny pack with the white background. That is a photo that I took with the foam boards. So me and Terrence again were talking in his live, and he was telling me, that I should have gotten like a light box. And it's funny because I was looking at light boxes the night before when I was up in the wee hours of the morning. So I was like, I'm gonna get a light box. So I went on Amazon and I saw that the light boxes, you can get a decent one for a decent price, but I didn't feel like I just, we invest so much into this craft that I just was like, I just don't feel like buying it. I just don't feel like buying it right now. Right. So I was like, instead of breaking my bank trying to buy everything now, because I still need to buy shipping supplies for when I go live on Etsy, right? When I do get those sales, I need to ship my stuff out. So I was like, let me just ease up on the cost a bit, and I'm gonna just buy these foam boards and we're gonna make it work. Like, let me just make it work. And oh, Renee, that would be so nice of you. That would be so nice of you. Cause I was like, I'll be struggling like I have to battle, with the light that comes into my unit, because my unit, like, there's trees and there's no light coming through here, y'all. um, oh, thank you. So I was struggling. I was like, you know what? So then I had bought the foam boards, and I was talking to Terrence yesterday in his live, and I was like, can you please just take a look and just give me, some feedback? How did I do? And he just was like, he told me I need to get out my way, which I already knew it. I already knew it. But, that's just the perfectionist in us, like we just want to be, we want to get the sale, but at the same time, I want my stuff to look good. I want people to be like, nah, her stuff is nice, like, nah, her stuff is nice. Like, I'd buy it. Like, I'd buy it. I want it to be sellable. I want it to look like the product that you are about to receive once you buy it. That's my You see how this was all twisted? Look, that was hanging way too much. So we're gonna fix that. I know, Terrence, I'm gonna get out my way. I promise you. I promise you I'm gonna get out my way. I know I'm hard on myself. I know it because that's just my personality. Like I'm really hard on myself. I really am. I really am. Not Renee got extra everything. Renee, send me that light box, please. And thank you. I appreciate it. Sure. Yeah, no, but I needed that though, Terrence. Like because you don't understand. Like I was beating myself up, and my husband was like, "No, you need to just post it, just post it, just post it." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna post it." I wasn't comfortable with the way it looked. And then yesterday, when I finally got that photo, I was like, "I'm comfortable with this one. This one looks lux, right?" So I needed that. I needed that push. So you don't even know you was my accountability partner without even knowing, probably. Nah, we gotta stop doing that though too, Renee, because not for nothing, we getting in our way. And I know that. And that's why like I be trying to push myself, because I don't have nobody else to do that. Like you got a whole team. And granted, you guys push us as best as you can, but once the live is over, like it's like every man for themselves and God for us all. you know, I'm just saying. So I be appreciative. That's why like I be listening to when y'all be talking because I ain't gonna get the information from nowhere else unless I read it in the book. None of my friends is into sewing and crafting. They into begging, okay? They into my friends and family are into begging. Can you make this for me? Can you make that for me? Like, you know, we got to get out our way. That's why I was like, you know what? Etsy was like when I decided to take on that challenge, I was like, this is gonna be the to get me out my way because if not, I'll just be sitting here just sewing just to sew. Why? When I could be sewing to help me pay for, grad school. I could be sewing to help me pay for some of these groceries and pay the light bill and you know I mean I want to see people wear my bags. I want to see people listen. I get so excited. I get super happy, even if I don't show it, because I have a very straight face. Like, there's times where you wouldn't even know that I'm probably at my happiest because my face is so like I can have a very, straight face sometimes. Uh, I had to get out my way. That's all I'm saying. I had to get out my way. And deciding to do Etsy was like the perfect thing. And at least I waited until classes were over. I didn't feel overwhelmed, you know? Like it doesn't feel overwhelming now. Like I have a couple of products the only part that was overwhelming was the whole situation with the lighting. It's just that my lighting is not perfect over here in my apartment. So I don't like taking pictures at home. Or I'll do it like in a mirror. This is like really sewn on here. What thread was used on here? Yeah, but that was the biggest thing. That was my biggest struggle this week was lighting. That was my biggest struggle. But so far I have the Etsy site is already, it's already polished as much as it can be. I know I just was looking That Etsy site has been open for 2.5 years. I've had that Etsy shop open for 2.5 years with no products in it. So I figure I'm gonna load like 3 to 5 listings, and hopefully the fifth listing would really start to push my stuff out. But I'm just gonna, post as I create. I'm just gonna post in there as I create. Before I launched my duster, I was terrified and then think that they were going to be good or work, and now they are a bestseller. They bring in over 10 a month in sales. Listen, no, I just have to say, Terrence, I truly appreciate that you took the time out. I was saying that earlier in my live. Like, I appreciate that you took the time out to even show that you had months where you were raking in, or years where you were raking in, and then all of a sudden you're not raking in. Like, I needed to see that, because it would have been me to not see that and then go live, and it would kill my self-esteem if I went live on there and don't get a sale, not understanding why, right? So being that you showed that, it kind of lets me know, like, okay, you can expect sales, but there's going to be times where you're not, had you not shown that, it's like, damn, is my stuff not good enough? Why is it not why is it not selling? Or why is it not getting views? Or why is it not getting traction and stuff like that? So see, but something is better than nothing. Something, that's how I see it. Right now, I'm not getting anything unless I take my stuff into New York. So if I could get on there and just make even a buck, $100, right? I would be satisfied with that, because I'm not getting any online sales. I'm not getting any online sales. So, like, if I was in it already for 3 or 4 or 5 years and I'm not getting anything, I'll be pissed off. Like, damn, what the heck? Why I'm not getting nothing when I normally, I'm accustomed to. But I just appreciate that you showed that to me, because I would have been sitting here probably crying if I didn't get like a view or a sale, you know? I'm gonna tell I'll take them $48. I'll take them $48. I'll pay a bill with that. I'm gonna add it to the cable bill or my cell phone bill. What thread did I use? Because this thread is crazy hard. This is what made me not want to pick this bag up and work on it. But I'm glad I did, because if not, this would have been another project just sitting in with. So now, like, now that I have those foam boards, and Renee may possibly be sending me a light box, hopefully my products will come out that much better when I take the photos. And I promise, Renee, I'm going to use it. See, so this piping, it needed to come out because it was coming apart from the bottom. So, like, you can literally pull the pipe out. You see it? You can literally pull it out. So this is the piping that I had added. Yeah. So so and I think anyway, for starters, I think 3 to 5 listings is not so bad. I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's a very, it's a doable task. I have enough time. I have a couple of photos now, that I can post that I like. So, one thing I do need to practice, the power of editing. The power of editing. I need to learn how to like edit, but I know that that's going to come with time. Cuz like I can do like I don't know, I could do like basic stuff. But editing is the next piece that I need to plug and play in. I'm excited though, y'all. I'm excited. I'm so curious to see like how this is going to go. Is it going to become an extra, revenue stream for me? I'm just curious to see how it's going to go. I don't doubt that I'm going to do well, but I'm just curious. It's just new to me, that's all. It's just new to me. I'm almost done taking this one out, y'all. I'm trying to not I'm trying to not rip into the leather because this leather is like it's butter soft. Butter soft leather is super soft. So if I like pull it the wrong way, it's gonna rip. I wish I had more of this fabric. I would have made me a leather jacket. Or I'd have tried to make me a leather jacket if I would have found the beginner friendly pattern. Or I probably would have did like Lynn's cardigan. I could have did something like that with this fabric. That's how soft it is. But this thread, let me tell you, this thread is not playing. This thing is holding on to this fabric. All right. I'm at the bottom. So let's see. What are you guys doing tonight? Y'all, are you guys crafting? I know I gotta go onto the BSN website. I need to get the wet bag pattern because once I get the Etsy stuff squared away, I would like to participate in the wet bag. Oh, you got dance practice? Yeah, I need to get the wet bag pattern so I could participate in the wet bag challenge, help out. So I will participate. I plan to participate once I get the Etsy stuff squared away. Once I, get the site live and going, then I'll start to participate in the wet bags. So I need to go on the BSN website and grab that. I need to go to Renee's website and grab her ISIS. I want the ISIS pattern, taupe pattern. I want that. So I'm going to head over there tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on what happens after this live. Uh, Then I need to go to the Vicky Souls website. Me and Shamir was talking earlier today about the 3 freebies that Minerva, that Vicky Souls dropped. They have 3 free patterns. 2 of them we both really like. So I'm gonna head over there and grab the pattern while it's free. So I'm gonna do that. What else? Free patterns. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, I feel like I spent my whole life just seeing ripping. But it's all good though because I was gonna have to do it eventually. So it's still considered work in a whip. It's still considered work in a whip. And don't take my E for effort. Do not snatch my E for effort. It is still considered a whip. All right. I'm just trying not to rip the fabric because I want to use it again. So after I get off of this live, I am going to get dinner going, and then I am going to take care of my fur babies. One of my fur babies is going through arthritis right now, so she's having a hard time walking and getting up, so I have to help her. I have to watch her because she's upstairs and I don't want her to fall down the stairs. So I kind of keep my ear to what she's doing. I can hear her feet on the floor. So I know when she's up and about moving around. She's in my bedroom right now. She's in my bedroom hanging out. She is going to be Mocha is going to be 14 this year. So she's already in her elderly stages. So I'm just keeping an eye on her. All right, we finally broke free of the piping. Finally. Take all these off. I'll pull it apart. All right. So we have that piece we need to fix. Take this and throw it to the floor so I can sweep it when we get off live. All right. Now we're going to move to this side. So this is the fabric, y'all. Let me show you so you can see it. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out. It's the same duffel bag that's sitting up there. That's the pink one that I did a couple of weeks ago. And this is the blue one. This one, so that one is the small. This is the medium. You see the piece of a piping? I got to take that out right here. So this one was the medium. So I have the piping. You see, like this strap here is hanging off too low. So it needs to come up a little bit. I need to redo this piping. You see it's coming out on the bottom. So we're going to redo this piping here. And Yeah, this bag just needed the side panel connector to just be sewed up a little bit more. We need to just fix the piping, and then we can just close out the lining, close out the lining in the bag. So I'm taking this off because I'm gonna just probably cut the bag down just a little bit. Let me turn it back so we can finish picking it apart. You said bless Mocha. Bless Mocha, my cat Mario, who is sleeping beside me right now, is 25 years old. Oh my goodness. Yes. God bless your pets, your fur baby. Yes, my fur babies are those are my hearts. Both of them. Mocha and Oreo is two of them. I have a Shih Tzu and a Havanese. I have a Shih Tzu and a Havanese, and they are my pride and joy. All right, let's finish opening up this cap here. So I'm gonna seam rip this side now, so we can get this side panel off. I'm gonna take that out. And that's the thing. I don't want to put no products out that's not properly, like, if I'm not satisfied, I'm not putting it out. If I'm not satisfied, I'm not putting it out. If I'm not satisfied and I do put it out, it'll probably be discounted because I'm not satisfied. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be charging all crazy for something that I'm not satisfied with. But other people might be satisfied. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. We'll figure it out. Yes. So, if this is your first time here, please like the live. You can subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll know the next time I am on. I appreciate your support and you hanging out with me tonight. Thank you. Today was intended to be a WIP day. I was not trying to cut into anything new until we got most of these things, completed. I wanted to see what we were able to complete and throw into the Etsy pile, but it seems like we're just going to end up with WIPs tonight. So I'm just flipping this over and oh, that was easy. Now we might as well do this side too since we're here. I kind of like doing the live on my laptop. I kind of like doing the live on my laptop as opposed to my tablet. Because the laptop is fully charged. I can see all the comments, all the buttons. I can see all the things. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done. So this is the bottom of the duffel bag. This fabric just rips easy. You can't be manhandling this fabric. I'm glad it's just happening like in the seam. Like it's within the seam. So you can't really Like I could just cut it off if I see that it looks a little jacked up, you know. There we go. Let me show y'all what this looks like. This is what it looks like without the sides. Without the sides. That's how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim, because you see, because I seam ripped, some of the fabric on the end is kind of chewed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to lay it flat, and I'm just going to go along the edges and just cut that off. It's not going to make much of a difference because I'm not taking away from the shape or the measurement of the ends. I'm just going to go straight across and just go up and down with the rotary blade. Right now we're going to fight with this piping here. So remember, this fabric can rip, so we're going to take our time. So I'm just going to take a couple of seams out. Look, and it just came right out. This bag just knew I was coming to take it apart. It just knew that I was taking it apart. So what time is this? 7:30. I'm not in a rush, so I'm gonna sit on live for a little while longer. I generally end the live within an hour and a half, but I have a few minutes I can spare, so we're gonna hang out for a little bit. Is anybody else going live tonight? Anybody else going live tonight? Anybody else live tonight? I know Carm and Terrence are taking the day off. Renee did her live already. Brittany did her live yesterday. Shamir is doing her live later on, probably next week. She's probably still trying to unpack and stuff. I gotta go look at BSN's schedule and see who is going live in the next few days. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't even know who's going live tomorrow. I honestly be sitting here waiting for the notifications to pop up because I'll be sitting here working. So since I'm working and my phones are usually here, when you guys pop up, I'll go right into the chat. I'll go right into the chat. And I just have it on while I'm sitting here working. I sit in this chair all day long. I'll be having to get up and go downstairs just to stretch my legs and walk up and down the stairs a couple of times. All right, we're making progress with removing the piping from the side panel of the duffel bag. Progress. It feels good to work on all these whips, y'all. It feels good to get the whips done because it's just taking up space being a whip. And there's times I get tired of seeing things in a corner. And if I see it in a corner way too long, I start tossing things out. I didn't want to throw this bag out. So I was like, let me just open it up. Let me fix it. Because this could possibly go on the Etsy shop. I don't know. I have to do my research and see if duffel bags are being pumped on Etsy or not. So I'm gonna go in there and check it out and see what the prices and stuff is like. I don't wanna invest like hours out the day making the product and put it on Etsy. Like I want it to flow. I don't want it to be like become like a stressed out situation. I want to be able to create something in a certain amount of time and load it. I'm telling you, be Britt, like the space is crazy because not for nothing. And then the thing is that I have my whips inside of one of my duffel bags, right? So when I be cleaning, I take the duffel bag full of whips and I take it from one corner and I'll put it in another corner. And then I'll let it sit there for like a day or two. And then I'll pick it up and I'll take it from that corner and put it in another corner. That was like that's I'm not picking this damn bag up no more and putting it to no more corners. I just don't have the space for it. I don't have the space. I need to get the whips out. I need to get the whips out. And I know that I'm probably not going to ever be able to control the amount of whips I have, but I need to have a rule in this house. If I have more than 3 whips, I should not be cutting into any other fabric until those whips are done. Maybe I should create that as a rule. If I have more than 3 whips, if I have 3 whips or more, you cannot cut into unless it's like for sale, like unless you're like you have like a custom order or something. Because I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space to keep holding on to whips. And my whip power was kind of hefty. My whip power was kind of hefty. My whip power was kind of hefty. All right. Let's see. Gotta be careful here. Oh, perfect. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me. Let's see. Voila. There goes the other piping. And I'm gonna save this. I'm not throwing this out. I'm saving this. I'm not throwing this out. Even though I have a whole roll downstairs, we're gonna reuse this. We're gonna reuse that piping. All right. Voila. This can go in the garbage. Let me put that right there on the floor for now. Let's take all the string off, and then I'm gonna show y'all what's wrong with this piece. Let me just get this out the way. So, all right. So with this one, you see this strap is hanging a little too low. So it looks like the stitching wasn't reinforced in this one. So we're going to reinforce the stitching. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. So that's that. And then let's see. Okay. So we have that. So I'm going to keep this piping. I can use this at a later time. So I'm going to keep this. I can use this later. So all right. So I guess with this, we're going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sides down a little bit, like shave this off a little bit, clean this up. I think that the straps on the main panels, these straps are pretty good still. So we're not going to touch these straps. So we're just going to work with the sides and close her up. And then this is the crossbody strap. Right? So we're going to do that. And then where is it fell on the floor? I don't see it. Yes. Okay. All right. So what are we doing now? Straps. Let's work on this real quick. So now I need to give me this. Give me this. Take that. I miss my industrial machine. My industrial is downstairs. I'm waiting for my brother to come over so he can help me bring it upstairs. But I miss working on my industrial. Okay, let's do that. Let's pull this bad boy in. We're going to thread her with black thread. Bring her around. And bring her this way. I left my Teflon foot on because I've been sewing with vinyls these past couple of days. So I never changed my presser foot. And my needle, I probably have a universal in here. I'm almost certain that I do, but I'm not sure 150%. But guess what? We're not changing needles tonight. So that's that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I don't even know why this person wants this duffel bag to be redone. And they have all these scrapes on it. We're going to fix this for them real quick. That's my thing. Going here. Let's see. All right. Hit that. Do you guys like to sew barefooted? I like to sew barefooted. I like to sew barefooted. I do not want to sew with my shoes on. Pivot. And sew down. I'll be sewing my feet. My feet be all the way off. My feet be all the way off. I'll be having them. I don't want to sew with my shoes on. I'll take my shoes right off. I'm gonna stay right here. Oh. Perfect. See, we reinforce that. Let me do a little bit more. Hold on. Just to make sure. Perfect. That's better. Oh, that's so much better. All right, let's do the other side. Let me Perfect. Let me do this side now. We're gonna. Okay. Let's reinforce. Pivot. gonna sew across. Back up. Wait a minute. All right. So we have our ends reinforced, right? Our straps. Now I decided that I am not going to put I don't think I'm gonna put the piping back on. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the piping back on because if I do, then that means that I have to create this whole piping channel all over again from scratch. And I don't want to do that, especially since, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do piping. So I'm going to just clean up the edges and put the end caps back on the bag. That's what I'm gonna do. So what I can do is I'm gonna do it this way. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Let me go check on Mocha and make sure she's not stuck on the stairs. Give me a second, because arthritis for pets is tough. Hold on. Where did she go? It looks like Mocha made it downstairs, y'all. She made it downstairs safe. I hear her now. Okay. So, what am I up to? I need something to drink. So, let's go here. Let's go there. That was that, right? Let's put this to the side. And we are going to now work on this. And I think all I'm going to do is just take off the seam allowance. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Go over there. Go over there. I think what I'm going to do is just take off the seam allowance, and that's it. That's how we're going to solve that problem. If I take off the seam allowance, this will be a little bit cleaner. And we're not taking away from the height for the caps on the sides. I'm just taking off the seam allowance. That's it. Just taking off that. I'm not going to take anything off from the bottom, because if I touch the bottom, then that's going to manipulate the measurements for the cap. So here I'm just removing the seam allowance. Poor fur dog, she's having a hard time. I give them fish oil, for their bones and their joints, but I haven't given it to Mocha in quite some time, and now she's really complaining about her leg. So I'm just hoping that the vet bill is not going to be out of control when she goes on Monday. I think after these two, I'm not getting any more dogs. I don't think I'm getting any more pets. Not even fish. I'm not even getting fish. I don't even like fish. I don't like fishes. My mom always used to have aquariums in the house. I hated them because I'm not going to be the one to want to clean the fish tank when they die or when the water needs to be cleaned. I am not cleaning the fish tank. So I'm just cleaning these edges, making sure that the edges look nice and crisp again. Bring some life into the side of the bags. Right? And cut that out. See? I was able to clean up the sides a bit compared to how it was looking all shabby and right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take these two guys. I'm gonna take these two and I'm gonna fold it up. That way I can work on these guys. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to match the strap here and I'm gonna put them right. And let's just clip it. I think I gotta go downstairs and feed my dog. She's having a fit. She is having a fit, y'all. She's about to interrupt this live. Because if I don't go downstairs and feed her or take care of her, she's going to keep barking and it's going to interfere with the live. So I think what I'm going to do is, what time is it? 7:54. I'm going to stay on until 8 o'clock and then I'm going to drop. And then I'll drop. And what I'll do is I will finish the bag offline and then I'll post it. And then I'll post it. She's having a fit. Can you guys hear her? She's downstairs. You can. I'm sorry. Hold on, Mocha. Wait. Oh goodness. Okay, sorry y'all. I apologize. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, since I have okay. All right, I'm just gonna sew this piece and then I am going to end the live, y'all, because it's 8 o'clock and I gotta get ready to get dinner going. So I'm gonna sew this real quick and then we'll call it a night. But even still, it was good progress today. It was still good progress. Still good progress. All right. All right. So now I have all right. So now I have the bottom attached. So now yep. All right. It's gonna require some more constructing because I need to even the sides out since I did some cutting. But at least I made it to the halfway mark. So all I need to do is I need to even out the sides. I'm going to attach the end caps and then we're just going to close out the lining and the bag would be done. So, oh, you can hear them? Oh, yeah. So this is done pretty well. It's not done, but at least we were able to make progress, right? So as you can see, like right here, because I cut some of the side, I need to even this out before I attach the dome cap. But I can't do it right now because I got to get ready to get dinner going. So I just wanted to thank you guys for taking the time out for hanging out with me today. Thank you for all the jewels that you've been dropping these past couple of days and weeks and months. And since I've met you guys been dropping the jewels. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I look forward to this new journey. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's tear up Etsy. Let's see. Let's have a party on Etsy. We're gonna have a party on Etsy. We're gonna let them know. We're gonna let Etsy know the whole BSN community is coming to hang out on their platforms and make a couple of coins. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna set this to the side. This is now a working whip. So I'm gonna set this to the side and we'll work on that. With that being said, y'all, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Bye. Good night, y'all.